Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, scary world out there, and here we stand, folks, al pie del cañón. I'm Rob Grams, that's Lady Gaga, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
You know, occasionally, folks, I forget to say, ready for anything, and we just let it go. How are you doing out there, folks? Welcome, you're listening to the ProBoh Show. Guys, if you're a regular listener to the show on Vaughan Radio, you may notice that Richard was around yesterday. Oh my god, but what about my precious ProBoh baldness? Don't worry, guys, there is a fresh podcast that you haven't heard yet waiting for you on your favourite pod catcher. That's right, yeah, the ProBoh Show continues. Regardless of whether it's on the radio or not. I need to say firstly a big hello to all my awesome warriors in the chat. We've got JC, Sasha, Min. I mean, you know, we've just got a ton of awesome people. What can I say? Al pie del cañón. For those of you English speakers, and now I look at the podcast statistics a little bit, I know there's plenty of you out there. Al pie del cañón is kind of is Spanish for the expression on the front line. Okay, that's how we would say it in English. Right before the break, if you've never tuned in for a live show, I do a little chit-chat before we go live, before we record the podcast live, and we were talking about Lady Gaga and the fact that she's never farted in front of me. Tirarse un pedo, farting. She's never farted in front of me. I mean, I'm just going to posit something, friends, and you can tell me whether I'm right or I'm wrong. Like, there are several landmark moments in a relationship, right? Like, first one, well, let's move on a bit, actually. Like, the third one is probably moving in together, right? That's like a big landmark moment. I would say the first one is probably the first time you have sex, or maybe the first kiss, depending on how romantic you are. But definitely in there somewhere, in the spectrum, there is the first time you fart in front of your partner. Okay, that's a moment where you say, you know, you're all right, you human. You're not going to judge me, and you just let one rip. I mean, Ladybug's never done that. I don't know if she's never done it because she's nervous, or she's never done it because I'm constantly doing it. Like, I fart. I'm a windy man. Right, Ladybug?
Yes, you are.
And you said to me the other day that you have, in fact, farted in front of me, and I didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you announce it next time?
No.
Why?
I won't.
Is it because you want to be ladylike?
I don't know. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the first band-aid to rip off for me. Like, you just gotta, look, there it is, I'm human. Occasionally those funny noises happen. Get used
Occasionally?
to it. Often. Whatever. Where are we? Lady Gaga is sitting in the background in the dark. She's a puppet master, isn't she? Controlling Rob. Now you know. Now you know the truth, man.
No, I'm not.
Sasha's saying she's there with her whip, ready to stuff up. Yeah,
I need a whip.
That only happens in the bedroom. He needs
I have
it.
one.
You do?
Yeah.
I've never seen this whip.
I have a red one.
Really?
Yeah.
How am I finding out all this stuff live on the radio?
I don't know. I don't know where it is. I'll bring it.
Farting in front of each other. This comes from Min. Farting in front of each other will happen within a month for a guy and about a decade for the woman. Okay, that tracks. That tracks. I don't even know if I waited a month. I'll be honest. I feel like I waited longer than I normally wait.
Ah, see?
Yeah. Just so you'd think I was more of a gentleman.
So you were lying again.
Yeah, I was lying. I was lying again. Not like cooking. We've had this discussion.
Yeah. Not again.
I'm gonna no.
Not
because
again.
You have thrust my word into disrepute. You've made people think. Let me explain something to you, friends. Lady Gaga she's a gatekeeper of cooking. Like, I judge cooking. Cooking for me is putting something in the oven and cooking it. And that can be, a casserole or a frozen pizza.
Cooking for me is an act of love, Rob.
Yeah, and I love pizza. Let's get that right. I love it. How are we doing, Corporate Alligator? How are we doing, Jariam? Corporate Alligator, do we need to know you're winded? You don't need to know that, but that's information that you will now carry with you. And that makes me a little happy. I don't know why. It just does. See, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. Like, you guys are my friends. You join me here every night from 8 to 9 o'clock. And we've just crossed an important boundary. We've that I fart. That has to be that has to be the most, for me, one of the most important barriers to breaking a relationship. You know what I mean?
See?
Yeah,
For
totally. You can't spend the rest of your life holding in farts.
No, of course not.
So that's just wrong. Let's continue. We should celebrate fartiversaries, but which one? What do I count as the first? The first one she noticed? The first one that I made it really obvious? I don't know which one was the first one. I don't know. The first 2 weeks of dating my partner, I farted in front of him. Guess who this message is from. This is from Sasha Hayes. I farted in front of him for the first time. He turned around and said, "Wow, what a woman. You're a keeper." Amen. I would like
ProBoh
yeah,
approved.
Totally. I would like your partner. Rob, how didn't you know? This has been Ladybot, I need photos of the whip. Of me farting? I don't know. Of what?
The whip, I think.
True love, this is from Corporate Alligator. True love is pooping with the bathroom door open.
Wow, that's too much.
Yeah, it's too much for you. You wee with the bathroom door open.
Oui.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I like. I mean, to be honest, I like my bathroom time. I'm going to be honest about that. I don't mind farting, but if I'm going to have a shower or brush my teeth or take a leak or a number two, as we say, I just want my privacy, yo. I just want my privacy. Dude, and it's not Ladybird that invades my privacy. It's one of the dogs. It's Ringo. He just walks in there and stares me flat in the pits of my soul while I'm trying to do a number two. Not that I need to concentrate too much in doing it, but I just need to feel a little less judged by a dog.
Judge. Buddy comes with me.
I know, yeah. He's like your little bathroom mate.
Yeah?
I think that's just a different. I think he's just an effeminate doggy. He's you and one of the girls. Let's go to the bathroom, okay? It's that's something guys don't do. That guys don't go to the bathroom together. Mm-hmm. You're not in a club drinking some beers. How's it going? Yeah, good, bro. How you doing, bro? I'm good, bro. Do you want to go to the bathroom? Yeah, let's go. It's just,
no,
it just doesn't happen. That's not a thing that happens. Nearly 7 years later, and I still have him trapped by my amazing scent hole. Min says Rob started this relation based on lies and just slowly eased Ladyboy into the truth.
Nivelazo.
I don't have Ladybug.
You need approves. A Ladybug approves.
But
No,
yes.
I love cooking. Look, I love cooking. I love putting frozen pizzas into the oven and bringing them to the perfect temperature and crispiness in order to eat them. I love cooking.
Your grandmother would be disappointed.
Maybe. But that's all well. It's not the first time I've disappointed her. They all should be used to it by now. Jariam, after some time, you even recognise the noise. Oh, that'll be the missus.
ProBoh approved.
Either that or it's thundering and lightning outside. I don't know. I need a whip pick. Yeah, me too, actually. Me too.
I have to look for it.
Human, if you can... Ooh. Ah, okay. Yeah. I can't say that word on the radio. I mean, I'm sorry. Human, if you can poop inside the house, I can poop inside the house. I think maybe that's why Ringo took so long to house train. Because he spent so much time observing me in the bathroom. He's like taking notes. So when he does it, it's fine. Do I have to do it in here?
Oh, poor guy. He's a good guy now.
He is. He's a really well-behaved boy now.
Yeah. Oh,
We may even fix the house. Who knows?
at last.
Hugh, take the phone with you and lock the bathroom door. It's the only time you will get 30 minutes to yourself. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Corporate Alligator. That's the thing. Like I spend all day, every day, talking and being around people. Just those precious 30 seconds just to poop in peace. That's all a man wants. You know what I mean? It's not even like I take long in a shower. I'm like 2 minutes and done. I have to wash my hair. At least not the hair on my hair. I'd have to wash my hair. I'm just in there, and out. Dude. But what are you going to do? Life's a struggle, man. As Buddha said, life is pain. Wow, I love talking about first world problems and then describing them as angst. It's awesome. No wonder I take long baths. Yeah, that's there you go, Corporate Alligator. You've unlocked Pandora's box there. You're giving me ideas, Paul Ladyboy. So what have we got coming up in today's show? Well, I have two delectable Complete the News bits, as per usual. We go to the music industry and social media with today's Complete the News. We're also talking about folding in today's 100 Humans. Those are both in the second half. In the first half, I have quite a divisive unpopular opinion today. Why was it divisive? Well, because it's generally a divisive issue, but on Twitter they said one thing, on Instagram they said the other. So both social medias are arguing with each other. And today, right here, live on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, we're gonna discover the truth, friends. We're gonna discover the truth. You know what we should do? We should probably go there right now.
Unpopular opinion.
So how does this section work? Let me tell you, friends. Every day I post on my social media, on Twitter. That's twitter.com/ I don't know how the hell you access Twitter. I don't know. You just go to the Tweety Bird icon on your phone. And you type in PROBOH at PROBOH and you'll find me. There I am. You'll see a picture of a bald man looking too pleased for himself. That's me. And I post an opinion, and I give you the chance to vote on it. Or on my Instagram, that's at Professional Bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, but in English.
Vaya nivelazo.
Oh, yeah.
For the autocorrection.
Yeah, thank you. You taught me how to pronounce that well. I'll be honest, I do it a little bit now just because I know it's a guaranteed nivelazo. That's the deal. And I post a poll in my stories. You can vote there. You can vote on either platform or both, however you choose. I see how the wind's blowing, and we talk about it in the show. Today's unpopular opinion is: professional critics are pointless in the digital age. Professional critics are pointless in the digital age. Twitter thought that was a false statement, and Instagram thought it was a true statement. So let's talk about critics a little bit. I'd be interested to know, the people that are joining me in chat live right now, how you feel about this. Let's start with Ladyboy. Ladyboy, what do you think about are critics pointless nowadays?
I agree.
You agree?
I agree. Yeah, because usually I look for the reviews people give, not the professional critic.
The audience reviews. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll reveal the way I actually feel about it in the second half, so as not to taint your opinions. I think Sasha thinks it's true as well. So I think the general feeling about this is because we can aggregate so much information from amateur reviewers or just regular people that have seen movies. We can take a very good temperature of the quality of that movie based on the people who have actually seen it that are just like you and me, not professional. I mean, I say movies, but when I posed this question on Instagram and Twitter, I said movies, games, music. I'm going to access this debate through movies because the argument is pretty much the same. Okay, the argument is pretty much the same. So why is there? Because quite often we'll notice a dissonance, a kind of unbalance between what the general public thinks and what a professional critic will think. Now, why is that? Why do you think it is, Lady Gaga?
Bueno, from my point of view,
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes take journalists to trips or things, or so.
Yeah, you take them on fun little events, right? Yeah, because right before, like, when Marvel was in, like, phase 2, they were taking critics to the Guardians of the Galaxy experience and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a really interesting point. Okay, so I would say that's a very good point, and Jareom kind of agrees with you there. He says, true, most of them are paid. You can either be paid by a wad of cash, or you can be paid by being treated to an excellent experience, or to a DVD box set of something, or, pay is a nebulous term, isn't it? It could be anything. Friday says, Friday Con, how are you doing, Conman? Welcome. I go with a mass general opinion. And he also says fake news, so I think he's talking about the critics there. So you go with the audience opinion too. Like, certainly that is what I would do on Steam when buying a video game. You know what I mean? I wouldn't kind of look for a particular game reviewer that I'm interested in. I would always go through mass opinions. I would read people's comments about the games. Now, why is that? Why is there this dissonance? I would argue, like, often. Again, I'm going to use movie critics as the portal for this opinion, just because it's a vernacular I'm quite fluid with. Like, to become a film critic, often you've gone to film school. Right, to learn to analyze movies in ways that might just be unimportant to the general audience. You know what I mean? For you, the cinematography of a certain scene may call back to a certain moment in a certain other classic movie, and you just think that's brilliance. But maybe the people who have gone there to see the movie just want to have a laugh or be scared if it's a horror movie. Perhaps like the more refined palette doesn't seem to reflect occasionally what your general viewing audience might think. JC says, because critics are in their 80s. Corporate Alligator, the problem with reviews, especially restaurants, a lot of people complain about the wait time and such and don't even talk about the food if it's good or not. There's lots of reviews on stuff that has nothing to do with it. And FridayCon, I value the opinion of a regular person rather than a person who probably doesn't play games. Yeah, that's a great point in terms of game reviewing. You'd hope that if you're going to review video games, you'd have at least been a developer at some point. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure how it works with video games. I know for a fact, because I know a few movie reviewers and I know a few music reviewers, or I've known some music reviewers. And they went through music school, they've gone through music school, they've learned music theory, they know music history, and have taken a road that has taken them upon the path of becoming music critics rather than musicians. And the same thing, but with movies too. And quite a lot of their opinions with this refined palette that they've developed over the years kind of leaves them out of touch with a general movie going audience. And another thing with critics that I think leads to a big dissonance with audience is that critics often watch like a lot of movies. Again, if we're talking about music, they listen to a lot more music in a year, or watch a lot more movies in a year, or play a lot more video games in a year than your average person. So perhaps their bar is just a little higher. You know, some element of what it is they're playing, listening to, watching. That seems of vital importance to them, having dedicated so much time to the craft of watching these movies and reviewing them. That just, it may just be nonsense. For example, we talk a lot in cinema about tropes, these repeated things that we see over and over again. For example, I don't know, what's a famous movie trope? Romantic movies, the couple kissing in the rain. Okay. It's a movie trope. Okay, and when a movie trope is subverted, 9 times out of 10 a critic will really enjoy that. But for a movie-going audience, there's certain satisfaction to be gained from seeing a trope played out exactly as it's supposed to. And I hope this is making sense to you. At least that's the way I think about it. Let's see, JC says, general public don't analyse movies in the same way experts do. They analyse a lot of things, and we only want fun or not. Exactly. Corporate Alligator. Also, reviews are kind of pointless, just because someone likes a sandwich or a song doesn't mean you will like it. Exactly, another great point. Mm-hmm. Prime example, The Notebook, says Sasha. Well, there are actually a ton of examples, really famous examples, where critics and audiences really did not see eye to eye. Think about Star Wars The Last Jedi. Most of the audiences hated it. I'll be honest, it didn't rock my world, but I didn't hate it. Critics loved it. Predator, the original Predator, 1987. They went on to spawn a franchise of movies, comic books. The original Predator is probably one of the best action sci-fis ever made. Mm-hmm. Critics thought it was just some thoughtless Hollywood blockbuster and dismissed it. They said it was average. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Who doesn't love the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Critics. Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Sergio Leone, 1966, where Clint Eastwood plays the man with no name. Bow wow 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 wow. It's an amazing film that actually kind of invented a lot of shots that became really famous in westerns. Beyond that, Sergio Leone was in many ways an absolute genius, and critics said it was dull. They dismissed it just as a B movie. Okay, and it is now regarded as like a cinema classic. The Shining, Stephen King even hated it. Critics hated it. And The Shining is arguably one of the best horror movies ever made.
Mm-hmm. Well, not the movie, the Spanish version.
I know what happened in the Spanish version.
El doblaje.
Really? So it didn't go as well.
How do you say that?
The dubbing.
Oof.
Talking about horror movies, Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock. Critics said that it had too low a budget and it looked like a TV movie. This is Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock. This is not just a new phenomenon. I can go on. The Big Lebowski, Blade Runner, Fight Club, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Dude, there is tons of classic cinema where audiences and critics just did not agree. And now we can aggregate the points of view of tons of people out there, real people who are experiencing the product. That's what led me to ask this question. Are professional critics nowadays really necessary? Are they really necessary? Okay, let's go back to the chat because we've got some really interesting things coming in here. Prime example, The Notebook. Okay, Humophobia, dude. Best name. I think I've said this every time I've seen you in the chat. Great name. Critics are the white-collar haters. Yeah, I think, we tend to call it, I see where you're coming from then. You're referring to them as the white-collar haters because we see often critics as kind of having an opinion that is, that they consider elevated just to your average Joe, right? So I can see what you're saying there. We may see them like that. I don't think they are like that. They may even see themselves like that, but they're not. And they've come under, and let's be honest here, like in print media, not only is print media dying, but the cast of characters that makes up the critic community is reducing and reducing and reducing. And that's not happening by accident. That's happening because slowly but surely, I think the whole industry is being phased out. ProBoh and the lovely Lady Bo. What's up, Ravdos? Welcome, my dude.
Hello.
All I will say is Sacha Baron Cohen convinced a food critic he was eating human meat and he loved it. That's from... We got ProBoh approved.
ProBoh approved.
It's from Corporate Alligator. Nice, dude. Where was this? I missed that one. Miss Sasha Hayes, I'm not a massive fan of Rocky Horror, only because I watched it way too much growing up, and that I got over it. Got you. Emperor Strikes Back was highly criticised back in the time, and now it's considered the best of the Star Wars franchise. Yeah, because they said it was too dark, too scary. This is a bad movie. And yeah, and who doesn't love The Empire Strikes Back? Brilliant. Humophobia. Do come again. You're killing it right now. Jareum, critics are used to generate demand. That's why we shouldn't really trust them. Friends, interesting topic. I'm going to put the poll, up here in the chat. You guys can vote on whether you think it's right or wrong. And we'll be back in 4 short minutes. See you soon, guys. Hey, guys. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show.
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. If you're listening on Vaughan Radio, it's currently 9 in the morning. For all the rest of you, for you sexy, delicious podcast people, I don't know what time it is. You hover above us like gods. We don't know. And for you awesome people here in the chat, we are recording the show a little earlier than usual. It's currently 6:30 right here in Madrid on a beautiful Wednesday evening. If you missed yesterday's show, yesterday it wasn't out on the radio, so do please seek out the podcast. The podcast goes out all the time, man. The podcast is independent of the radio. We do it all the time. Let's see. So the first half of the show, we were talking about our unpopular opinion, which was professional critics. That's everything from movies, music, video games. Professional critics are useless. Professional critics are useless. We did post a poll in the chat. We'll get to that result soon. I just want to read a few comments first.
Now in the digital
age, yeah, specifically now. Because in the past, I mean, in the past, you had to buy a CD, a record, a cassette if you're as old as me, and it would cost you money. So you would want to check out a professional reviewer to know that what you were about to buy was of a quality worth listening to. Now, you know, if you probably like me, you have Spotify, and you can listen to a couple of songs. And if you don't like it, you'd have to spend a penny extra than what you're already spending. Same goes with movies, Netflix, etc. And in the past, like a lot of reviewers, Roger Ebert, when it comes to movies, etc., were kind of gatekeepers of culture in a certain way. But now we have all these voices on the internet willing to offer their opinions on things. You know, is it really necessary to have professional critics in this day and age? If I was to give you my honest opinion, I don't know if this is because of my age, but I still like and trust certain reviewers. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't read newspaper reviews like I used to, but there are a few online reviewers. Chris Stuckerman, when it comes to movies, for example, he's a YouTuber and a filmmaker. I really trust his opinion. And rather than kind of trust an aggregate number on Rotten Tomatoes, I would much more be inclined to trust the opinion of a reviewer that I like. And I think that's the thing. It's more convenient just to go by the general audience opinion. But if you actually take the time to find out a reviewer, whether it be games or movies or music, that actually shares quite a lot of your same tastes, it can be very, very rewarding checking out their work, because their more critical eye will pick out things that you can then later rewatch the movie and see them for yourself and look at the film in a new light. But that's just my opinion, because to a certain degree, you know, I do think it's kind of outdated and it's becoming a thing of the past. You know what I mean? I see myself going to Metacritic, which I much prefer to Rotten Tomatoes, by the way, guys. Abandon Rotten Tomatoes. Go and check out Metacritic.
Yes.
It's just way better. I do see myself going to Metacritic to check out games and TV and movies and music reviews. Convenience. You know what I mean? You can see every single reviewer in one place, see an aggregate number, and just go, okay, good, bad. I will spend my money or not. Let's go to some comments. Ravdos, professional critics have a place because many of them are not simply offering an unfiltered opinion which anyone can do. There is often more to it for professional critics, from familiarity to things like how films are made, sound design, wardrobe, and other technical aspects that aren't necessarily common knowledge. Dude, amen to that. I completely agree.
ProBoh approved.
Thank you. Ladybug's on fire today. She's on fire today. He plays the all right. Well, we were talking through the break about because humophobia actually lives quite close to us, and there is a man in our local park who plays the bagpipes. Until I found out where he eats, and he dies of food poisoning.
No.
He plays the Imperial March sometimes, or at least he gives it his best try. That must be pretty cool to hear the Imperial March on a bagpipe. Part 2 says FridayCon. I missed part 1, obviously. Okay. How can you trust a newspaper when they lie? Says Corporate Alligator. Yeah, I mean, look. Everything, I would always say, like, get your news from several sources, okay? And with movie critics, again, because they're coming at it through a lens of film school, or if you're a music critic that's come up in the field through the traditional way, you've gone through some kind of music training, it enriches a movie for me when I read a commenter on whatever media it is who's had more training in that field than I do, because like I said before, like sometimes you can just pick up on things that you never hadn't noticed before. Now I draw a very thick line between that and people kind of boycotting or review bombing or just jumping on a bandwagon because, you know, a movie or TV show is too diverse, not diverse enough, you know, that kind of bandwagoning, you know. I tend to steer away from things like that, and obviously in the first part of the show I mentioned a ton of things that critics have been proven wrong on. So obviously I know they're capable of making mistakes. Let's continue. Humophobia. I think professional critics are necessary as such because otherwise we would listen to only the opinion of any idiot with a Google account. The problem is that professional critics also involve ideological bias. Yeah, that's a problem for me. If you like a good movie review, I'd really highly recommend Chris Stuckerman on YouTube. Then he's not. He's a young man. He's a young guy, younger than me, but he's got a great eye, and we share a lot in common in terms of taste. So maybe it'd be useful for you. But if the idea of like consuming media and looking at that media through the eyes of a professional, if that is enticing to you, I would suggest, you know, go for, if what you like to do is see the popular opinion, fine. But do search out a reviewer that shares your tastes, because they will enrich the media that you consume for you. I mean, Ladybug's seen me do this. Quite often I'll read the professional reviews after I've seen the movie.
Yes.
Because then I can rewatch it or remember things after. That doesn't influence whether I like the movie or not, or how I've thought about the movie, but will enrich the experience because I'll remember things or see things through their eyes that I hadn't noticed. And let's see, Jerry, bagpipes are amazing after some pints of bitter. Agreed. You know what we should do, guys? We should go to 100 humans. Oh my god, friends, a long walk to work today through snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk I encountered 100 humans and I asked them all a question. An easy one today. I asked them to name something that is folded. that is folded. Doblado in Spanish. Okay.
Nivelazo.
I know. I got too many in the lunchtime show today.
I know.
I didn't deserve a few of them. That one I deserved. I feel righteous. That was a righteous nivelazo. I asked 100 humans that question. To name something that is folded, they gave me their answers. I have the 7 most popular here. Your job in the chat is simply to fill in those blanks, to identify those top 7 answers. Name something that is folded. How are you doing, Gandalf? Welcome. Hello, dropping by between meetings. Nice to see you. Okay, Sasha says clothes. Sasha kicks us off today with clothes. Clothes. Is clothes there? Yes, it is. Well done. 32 of the 100 humans said clothes. Let me tell you something, Sasha. 2 days in a row, you got the top answer. It's the number one answer, folks. Clothes. With 32 of 100 humans saying clothes are something that can be folded. Okay, next one. Gandalf. Towels. Towels. Can towels be folded? Yes, they can. Actually, I heard myself saying that like a genuine question. Can towels be folded? I don't know. As you can imagine, I don't fold my clothes, guys. They just go into a big pile. And what I reach into the wardrobe and pick out first, that's what I wear. But yeah, towels apparently can be folded. 13 of 100 humans said towels. It's in 4th place. Well done. Okay. Sheets, says humophobia. Sheets. It's there. Well done. In 5th place with 9 of 100 humans saying sheets. Very good. Ladybo says an envelope. Is an envelope folded? Sorry, it's not there, Ladybo. I like the way you're thinking, though. I like the way you're thinking. What was the envelope before it was folded? Okay.
Paper.
You got to write it down, otherwise it doesn't count. And if someone gets there before you, then that's your fault. Oh, wait. Actually, Ravdos did get there before you. Hang on, wait. First, Sasha says napkins. Right before that, Sasha said napkins. Servietta. Napkin. Is it there? Yes, it is. 2nd place. 16 of the 100 humans said napkins. It's in 2nd place. Well done, Sasha. And Ravdos, out of nowhere, said paper. Give him a big round of applause. It's there. Yeah, paper is there. 3rd place. Sorry, Ladybo. I'm sorry.
Well.
With 14 of 100 humans. Paper, origami, you know what I mean? Paper's folded. You know, it's just a thing. Me after work, says Jaraeum. Is Jaraeum after work there? No, it's not. How can that not be? When I was devising this question, I thought someone's definitely going to say Jaraeum after work, aren't they? And they didn't.
Everyone after work.
Mm.
Yeah, we are all folded.
Okay, next. Napkin. Napkin. Sasha got there just before you. Blanket. Did we say blanket before?
No, shit.
We said sheets. Well, blanket, sheets, same thing. Handkerchief. Let's see. Is handkerchief there? No, it's not. Oh. No, it's not. Humophobia, my back after 8 hours of home office. Yeah, amen. I feel you, man. But it's not there. It's not there, humophobia. Avenged sevenfold, says Corporate Alligator. It is folded 7 times, we would have believed. But did the human 100 humans say that? No, they didn't. Sorry. Sheets we've had. Sasha says a newspaper. Is a newspaper folded? Yes, it is.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. It's the 6th most popular answer. 8 of 100 humans say newspaper. Sasha actually said blanket, and I said, well, that's kind of a sheet, isn't it? But I had one of the 100 humans in my ear saying, check the list. And you know what? Thank you, Jerry. Human number 74. Blanket is there. Yeah. 2 of the 100 humans, Jerry included, said blanket. Well done, Sasha. It's the 7th most popular answer. Have you guys gotten them all? Someone said clothes. Someone said napkins. Someone said origami and paper. Someone said towels. Someone said sheets, newspaper, and blanket. Guys, you've completed today's 100 humans. What?
Wow, so soon.
With no clues, and there's so many more answers. Underwear, pizza, tea. Oh, pizza's a great answer.
Calzone, it's called.
No, when you like an Italian eats pizza, just one hand, kind of fold it a little bit so it doesn't kind of bend.
Calzone is a pizza folded.
And a calzone is indeed a folded pizza. Very good. Sasha cheats, says Gandalf. Calzone, very, very good, Ladyboy. You said that. Bread, accordion, space and time. Wow, Gandalf took it to a whole new level there. Space and time. Sexy and smart. What a combo, he says. Chairs after a junta de vecinos. After like a neighbours meeting.
Yeah.
Clothes, pizza. Clothes don't get folded in my house. At least in my wardrobe. They start folded and then they get thrown into a pile of clothes. Pizza, dough, money. Oh my God, so many. Your partner, if you are careful, rawr, says Gandalf. And face masks. Guys, you completed today's 100 humans. Let's go to the list. In position number
7.
We had blanket with 2 of 100 humans. In position number
6.
Was newspaper. Name something that is folded newspaper. 8 of the 100 humans said that. In position number
5.
was sheet. Sheet. Sabana, you'd say, right? A sheet.
See?
You'd say Sabana, right? Sabana. Is the pronunciation good? I don't know.
Nivelazo.
There it was. Okay, sorry, my bad. I was getting confused. In position number
4.
is towels. Toallas. Very easy. 13 of 100 humans. In position number
3.
was origami, paper. Paper, it can be folded, is folded, with 14 of 100 humans. In number
2.
was napkin. Servietta, napkin, with 16 of 100 humans saying that. And in position number... Sorry, my bad, Ladybug. Number 1 was clothes. Big round of applause to Sasha Hayes. Damn, Sasha. 2 days in a row. I think yesterday you got it as well. She's on fire. I think it's because, I don't know what the time zone is in Australia, but I'm pretty sure
2 a.m.
she's watching it from the future and she's already heard the podcast. And that's why she knows the answer. I'm not sure how these time zones work, but I think it's something like that. All right, let's go to complete the news.
Complete the news.
Guys, I'm having a lot of fun today. Thank you so much. It was a tough day at work, and here I come, in with my craziness, and here you are, being so awesome. Thank you so much, guys. All right, complete the news. How does this work? Very easy. I give you a news headline, and I leave off some very important information. I'll give you 3 options, A, B, or C. If you're one of the people who are watching, maybe too nervous to type, all you have to write is A, B, or C, so this is your moment. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start with the first news headline, which I think is the music headline. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, guys? This one is in reference to the famous pop artiste, Lady Gaga. How are you doing, Bridge? Welcome. Dude, it's so weird to do a show without the Bridge here.
Yes.
How are you doing, Bridge? So this is to do with the pop artist Lady Gaga. Security appears to mistake blank for Lady Gaga at a concert. Security appears to mistake blank for Lady Gaga at a concert. So they've mistaken someone for Lady Gaga. They thought it was Lady Gaga at a concert in Miami. Is it A, a mannequin? A mannequin? I don't know, how do you say that in Spanish? Like
Maniquí.
a maniquí. We would say it like a store dummy in the north of England. A mannequin. Is it B, a cardboard cutout of Lady Gaga? Is it a cardboard cutout? You know what I'm talking about here, right, guys? The life-size cardboard cutouts. We used to have one in the office of Richard Vaughan.
Oh, really?
And someone put it in the TV edit suite once. Years and years ago, it scared the hell out of me. I came in the morning, turned the lights off, and there he was. just staring at me. I was like, what the hell? So is it A, a mannequin, B, a cardboard cutout of Lady Gaga, or C, a drag queen? A drag queen is a gentleman who dresses as a lady to perform on the stage. Okay. Security appears to mistake blank for Lady Gaga at the singer's Miami concert. A, mannequin, B, cardboard cutout of Lady Gaga, or C, a drag queen. All right, let's see. No one's saying A. No one thinks a mannequin. All right, fine. Two of you say B. Humophobia says a drag queen cutout. Two of you say B, but the vast majority of the people out there say C. Let's see. Let's get a drum roll. Security appears to mistake a drag queen for Lady Gaga at the singer's Miami concert. Well done, guys. No fooling you today. Let's see. In a video posted to Twitter, drag performer and Lady Gaga impersonator Penelope Jean can be heard informing security guards, "I'm a drag queen." After Gaga's final stop on her Chromatica Ball tour, held Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, drag queen and Lady Gaga impersonator Penelope Jean was seen being swarmed by concert attendees and security guards in a now viral Twitter video. I'm just going to say it outright, folks. That drag queen, she's hot. You know what I mean? Just going to say it right now. I don't even care what you think. All right, piece of news number 2. That was from NBC, by the way. NBC News. Next one, we're going to ABC News. These 2 American stories. Why not? Let's see. This is with regards to a viral trend on social media. Don't cook chicken in blank. Don't cook chicken in blank. FDA warns about dangerous social media challenges. Don't cook chicken in blank. The FDA warns about dangerous social media challenges. Is it A, laundry detergent?
Oh my God.
A, laundry detergent. B, bleach. Or C, cold and flu medication? Woo, it's a tough one. Don't cook chicken in blank. FDA warns about dangerous social media challenges. Is it A, laundry detergent, B, bleach, or C, cold and flu medication? Ladyball, so far you're the only brave soul to write B.
Yeah.
Everybody else has said C because it's not poisonous. Let me remind you, folks. People a little while ago were eating the tabs, the detergent tabs. People are stupid enough. Bueno, Humophobia said A. Ladyball B. Everybody else is betting on C, which was, what was it? Cold and flu medication. Let's get a drum roll. Don't cook chicken in NyQuil. In NyQuil, you're asking, if you're not American? NyQuil is cold and flu medication. Well done, guys. No fooling you today. No fooling you today. What a failure. At least I succeeded at the unpopular opinion. So NyQuil is a cold and flu medication in the States that is known to make you very drowsy, very sleepy. Let's read a little bit of this news coming to you from NBC7news.com. Want to cook chicken in NyQuil? Overdose on antihistamines? Swallow laundry detergent pods? While most of us would recoil in horror. Oof, what does that mean? Most of us would kind of step away in fear. From such dangerous suggestions, adolescents and young adults continue to be susceptible to social media dares like this. This particular day is called Sleepy Chicken. Sleepy chicken. Because you eat the chicken and you get tired. Here we go. Let's continue. One recent challenge posted on social media encouraged people to cook chicken in a mixture of, these are difficult to pronounce, acetaminophen, dextromethorphan, and doxylamine. Wow, I'm sure I murdered those. Don't worry about it. The basic ingredients of NyQuil and some similar over-the-counter cough and cold products. So there you go. Sleepy
Vaya
chicken.
cocktail.
Vaya cocktail. Don't eat sleepy chicken, guys. Don't eat it. It's not good for you. Although I will admit, don't you think some cough syrups just taste delicious?
Yes.
Like, I regularly drink things that taste less good than cough syrup. And you drink enough cough syrup, you're going to get drunk. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Guys, oh my God, I can't believe we've come to the end of the show. It's the first time recording the show at this time. Thank you all for coming, man. It's unbelievable. A real pleasure. Guys, thank you all, by the way, for jumping on the podcast bandwagon. The numbers are exploding. I appreciate it a hell of a lot. It's really great. It makes Lady Gaga and I feel awesome because we check the numbers daily, and when we see that everyone's downloading it, feels amazing. So I just wanted to say a big thank you for that. Lady Gaga and I are going to go straight from this recording and this live recording, and we're going to go to the Vaughan Radio quiz night. If you want to hear about that, then you have to tune into the lunchtime show tomorrow on Vaughan Radio. And for the rest of you lovely, lovely people, I'll be back tomorrow. Guys, here's the thing. There's so many, an infinite number of things you could be doing right now. But instead of doing those things, you decided to take a little bit of time to spend some time with me. And it means the absolute world. Guys, I will see you next time.